my quilting friends, Leah Day here with a new free motion quilting tutorial. Today you can see I am stitching through my beautiful Rainbow Stars quilt, and I am filling in this red section with a really big curling, spiraling design. So you can see I'm starting in the center and I'm working my way towards the outer point, and occasionally I'm just swinging around for a little spiral shape. And when I come back around, I'll definitely be emphasizing that. I'm going to be echoing around it, filling up the space completely. So I want these spirals to be nice and big, really take up lots of space. You don't have to spiral in so much, just almost like a little hook shape is plenty. And you can see how wide apart my hands are on the quilt, so that way I can move it really smoothly and easily through the machine. So I'm finishing up here, and now it's time to fill in basically the two halves of the design. We've kind of bisected our diamond shape with this long wiggly line, and now I'm going to echo back. So I'm going to start by travel stitching, and we put down that line of quilting, that straight line, with our walking foot, and that was in a previous video. So definitely check that out at leahday.com. You can find another video on how I use my walking foot to stitch all of those straight lines. And now I'm going to rotate the quilt around a little bit so I can see better. And I'm just going back through and echoing this line, and that's going to emphasize it. It's going to fill in this background space. It's going to look great. So I'm coming around, and it's really up to you how much you want to hook that in, how much you want to spiral into that area. That looks pretty good to me. I kind of just pop in and pop back out of that spot. I'm generally echoing this. It's around about 1/2 inch, maybe a little smaller than 1/2 inch away. And that's just because I really want the texture to show up nicely on the quilt. So here I'm going to run right into that straight line stitching, and I'm going to travel back and fill in behind me. So I have this kind of little pocket of design area, and I'm going to fill in this area first before moving on. So that way the whole space is filled in. And as I move on, I don't have to kind of sneak back here or do a lot of travel stitching to get back into this area. And as you can see, as the texture, as it gets to be a smaller space, sometimes you're not really echoing the curves so much as you're just kind of echoing, creating these little points. So I'm just echoing back and forth, filling this in carefully and travel stitching carefully. You can hear as I travel stitch, my machine slows down. I do that stitching really carefully and slowly so I don't stitch off the lines. Okay, so I filled in that little spot. I'm going to work my way back down again, all the way to the tip of the diamond. So careful travel stitching here. And now swing inside, and I'm just going to come in and kind of just stitch a point and then U-turn and get my way back out again. That's really the best way to stitch something like that. And I'll fill in with one more echo, and that's half our diamond knocked out. You can see just how fast this fills. This design is called Ocean Currents, but when it's stitched over this red fabric, it kind of reminds me of like lava waves. That's really what I was going for. I kind of want to pick designs that kind of go with each of the colors in this quilt. I think that'll be really fun. So now you can see I've moved on to the opposite half of the design, and I'm just going to fill in with echoes the exact same way. So that's it for this video. If you'd like to join in the fun, click right here to download this free quilt pattern at leahday.com. We're going to be sharing new machine quilting videos on this project every day this week. So make sure to tune in and check out all of the videos. Make sure to like them and share them with your friends. And you'll definitely learn more about piecing, walking foot quilting, and free motion quilting with this fun project. So check it out at leahday.com/rainbow. And until next time, let's go quilt.